What's up, YouTube? Your boy Preach Divine back with yet another video. So tonight, the topic of conversation will be never, ever, ever, under no circumstances do you allow someone to disrespect you. Okay, now, first thing I'm gonna say is this: disrespect is subjective to a degree. Okay, a lot of us common sense, but you do have some things that does not affect others the same, right? So sometimes, depending on the level of disrespect, a conversation may need to be had. Okay, and if you're in the courting, dating process, right? Everyone dating background and history may be different. Okay, so if a woman is used to dealing with a lot of lame ass dudes, she's going to be used to being allowed to get away with a lot of shit. With that being said, this could be a headache. This could be a headache. But if you see potential in this woman to want to actively change, then you can have some of these conversations. But majority of the time, it's going to be a waste of fucking time, flat out, okay? Because people should bring certain things to the door, right? You shouldn't have to teach them to do anything. But in my experience, I have been in situations to where some women just don't know any better because no guy have said nothing to them, right? I am one of them individuals, very masculine, very strong. I don't tolerate no disrespect, none. You know, quick one that I don't tolerate at all. I don't play the word games. I don't play the bitch. I don't play the clowns, the fuck yous. All that, to me, we're not playing like that. Immediately, if a female joke, we don't do that. Don't you ever talk to me like that, right? You have to check them early, because if you wait to check them, it becomes a lot more complex, right? If you check them early, they know you are not to be fucked with, okay? So never allow a woman to disrespect you, man, and curse at you, okay? Never allow a woman to put their hands on you, right? Don't play that. Don't play that, right? Because if a woman gets upset and get in her emotions and decide to put her hands on you in the beginning of a relationship, the odds are it's going to get a lot more combative, right? That's a very toxic environment to be in, and depending on your livelihood and what you worked hard for, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, okay? Now, when it comes to dating and things being disrespectful in dating, majority of it's common sense, but some people act like they need to be, there need to be a conversation had, right? That was something that my homeboy used to tell me a long time ago, right? He felt like that because it was subjective of what disrespect was, majority of things had to be a conversation. But it's funny because he would disrespect the shit out of his girls. So to me, it was common sense that those things wasn't okay. But that was his excuse for it, right? But long story short, right? Depending on the severity of the disrespect, smaller things can be a conversation. Big things should be no conversations, right? Let's just use social media, okay? If you notice that she responds to DMs, right? That can be a conversation had. Hey, babe, do guys DM you? She say yes. Do you respond to them? She say yes, right? You guys can have a conversation about why that's inappropriate, right? Also, depending on the things that she like and comment to on her social media posts, right? You have, oh man, I'm gonna give you an example. Oh my God. You know how like on Instagram, you have that in your, what do you call it? On your story, right? You have it where you can say ask the question, right? And this one guy asked the question about the girl about an ass, right? So she then responded with a picture of her in a thong. And I said, holy shit, did I just see that correctly? She responded to the person with a picture of the thong. It was something about her ass. And she got a dude, I know he be simping real motherfucking hard. Right? And it's funny because this young lady here, right? When I first moved to Texas, right? I wasn't for sure about that situation because it just didn't make sense. She's very beautiful. Nothing about him is attractive, right? Or he's just normal looking, right? Kind of funny built and everything, right? But it just didn't make sense to me, right? So we get to conversing, right? She wanted to hang out with me, right? We're supposed to go do some bowling and shit, right? Come to find out she was in a relationship. She was in a relationship and apparently, right, this is normal behavior to her because he don't say anything. Keyword, he don't say anything. It's flat out disrespectful, right? Even I lost interest to be friends with her. I didn't like it, right? So once again, like I said, the severity of the disrespect matters, right? Okay, let's go to the more severe shit, right? Cheating. Under no circumstances should you ever get back with someone that cheated on you. Never. Okay? If you wasn't loyal, if you didn't respect me when you had me, if you didn't value me when you had me, and you lost me, you won't get me back. No exceptions there for me. To each their own, but for me, there's no exceptions. Right? Let's say, for example, you got a woman where she seeks validation. Right? You're on a date. Right? She's constantly staring at men. It's a red flag right there, bro. That's blatantly disrespectful. Red flag. Right? Another one. Nothing wrong with accepting compliments, but it's about how you do it. There's a tasteful way to do it, and there's just a complete wrong way to do it. Right? Someone say, hey, you look nice. Thank you. Right? Someone say, hey, you got a nice outfit, nice shoes. Thank you. Like your hair. Thank you. Your physique looks great. Thank you. Right? But there's a way that you can respond in a flirting way. Right? There's a way that you can respond in a flirting way. Right? Where someone gives you a compliment and you can see from your body language that it's affecting you too much. Right? A compliment shouldn't make you giggle and blush if you're being respectful to your spouse. Right? Let me piggyback on something, right? The reason why the whole DM thing don't make sense to me, because to me, it puzzled me when females act like they don't know what's coming after a DM. So this complete stranger DM you and say, hey, beautiful, just wanted to tell you you're gorgeous and I've been watching. Cool. Right? If you respond to that DM, you should expect that he's going to come back with something else. Right? Now, if you don't want that interaction to happen, why would you even respond? Okay, I done seen women share posts on their social media platforms of conversations that was had and then something inappropriate got said and then they call that self-blasting the guy. But then I'm reading everything that transpired before that and I'm trying to figure out, why did you feel like it was appropriate to have the conversation in the first place? Where did you think it was going? You feel me? Right? So there's a lot of things, man, when it comes to respect, bro. If you got to always open your mouth and tell someone to respect you, right? The more you tolerate that, the less she respect you. The more you deal with, the less she respect you. Right? There are women that I have literally cut off for doing, I don't play, right? It can be the smallest disrespectful shit. I have cut off for disrespecting me, right? And I meant it. They text me, they apologize. No, thank you. Have a good life. Now, if she has some potential and maybe 6 months down the road, right, she contact me and she want to apologize and hang out, I may do that. Right? Why is that? I taught her a valuable lesson that I am not to be fucked with. You see what I'm saying? I always tell people, right, when it comes to respect, right, even if deep down you want to forgive someone, you never make it easy. You never make it easy, right? Because the easier you make it, the higher the probability they will do it again, right? There are people that ask me about cheating, right? You know, sometimes like marriage and stuff, I get it can be a little difficult for some people when they have kids and stuff. I get it. It's still ain't for me. I won't leave your ass, right? But some people, I get it. People say, well, you know, I want to take her back. And I say, man, if you really bent on like, you know, taking her back, bro, make her work for it. Make her work for it, right? She should be begging you every single day, right? She should be seeking your approval every single day. You got to see that she legitimately is apologetic for her actions and she's showing you with action, okay? I mean, let's just give it like you married to someone for 6 years and you find out that they cheat on you, right? If she not willing to work on herself and work on getting you back for 6 months, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But you do have some situations where, you know, some women are persistent. They fuck up and they might not deal with nobody for a year and they're still trying to get you back because they realize they fucked up. That could be, you know, maybe a second shot, right? But there are a lot of people that will fuck up, right? And in their actions show they don't give a fuck, right? Yeah, they did what they did, right? Another thing when it comes to cheating, right? You got to understand, bro. Women don't just cheat, right? The average woman don't just cheat, bro, right? There are a lot of things that you guys have lost. Whatever she saw in you, she lost it. You want the man she thought you were. Whatever it may be, right? There are reasons behind why she committed the act that she did, right? They usually don't just cheat, right? So when a woman get caught, it's kind of like they wanted a way out. The average woman get caught cheating, she don't want to be back in the situation. Remember that. She don't want to be back in the situation, right? And you got some of these guys that be simming real hard and they get cheated on and disrespected, and yet they beg to get this person back. Bro, do you not know how weak you look? She should be on her knees begging you to take her back, and she just cheated on you and broke your heart, and you want to beg to get her back? No, she will never respect you. Which is why she did what she did in the first place. It's because she probably never respected you, right? So respect is very, very big, right? Depending on the severity of the action, right? Some things is a conversation. Even if it's a conversation, you don't allow it twice. Even if it's small to you, you don't allow it twice, right? Anything that's monumental, anything that's big, a big fuck up. No. Okay? Because that person will never respect you. They didn't respect you in the first place, which is why they did it.